How's it going, everybody? I am Money here, and today we're going to be continuing our series on how to grow on YouTube. Initially, I was going to be doing networking next, but I decided there was actually something that I should cover before networking, and it's something that's constantly overlooked, and I've never heard any other YouTuber discuss this, and it's going to be community standings. And basically what I mean by community standings is trying not to acquire enemies throughout your YouTube career. Now, it's going to be something that is extremely hard to do, if not non-avoidable. So we're going to try to cover some things that I've learned throughout my YouTube career thus far that would have helped me not acquire those 2 community strikes and also not make any enemies throughout my YouTube career. So first things first, I want you to look at yourself as a celebrity, and I think that it's very hard for some people to do because you'll say, well, I've only got 50 subscribers, I'm not a celebrity. But what I mean by celebrity is not what you have in terms of subscribers or what you've attained thus far. What I want you to do is have the mindset of a celebrity, and what I mean by that is celebrities can't say whatever they want. They're held to a different standard, and that is because they have what people like to call influence. Now, a good example would be your favorite celebrity talking about something they shouldn't be talking about, and that's usually religion, politics, or race. And those are generally 3 hot buttons that most celebrities want to steer away from and not have an opinion on publicly. Now, you can have your own opinion, of course, personally, but you don't want to have that opinion vocalized publicly. And as an example, we're going to look at ex-NBA All-Star Tim Hardaway. Now, Tim Hardaway, in his own right, is a celebrity. If you guys are familiar with the NBA, you probably recognize or have heard of him. And a couple years ago, he stated his opinions on homosexuality. Now, homosexuality at the time, and probably still is, a hot topic. Now, for you to talk about homosexuality would be just as bad as him talking about homosexuality, especially if you're going against the grain. And he did that and put his foot in his mouth, and he was basically bashed in the media for those comments that he made. Now, you have to picture yourself as a celebrity like he should have done and said, hey, my views and my words have bearing. And just like him, those views and those words shall never go away. Whatever you state on YouTube or on your channel or in a vlog or on the internet at all, it will always be there. It does not matter if you change your views 3 months from now. Whatever you state and whatever your opinions are will always be there in ink on the internet. So it's very important that you carry yourself in a professional manner and refrain from leaving opinions on certain things. And that also goes for attacking certain YouTubers. If you attack certain YouTubers, you need to understand that that YouTuber has a community backing behind him, and that community backing may create some backlash. For example, when I made those videos about Thunder, it was a 50-50 chance that some people were going to agree with what I said, or some people were going to have a lot of backlash and just dislike and flag the fuck out of my video, primarily because I was talking about Thunder. And that's some of the things you have to keep in mind. The next thing is not creating enemies along the way, and of course, like I said, it's going to be very hard, if not unavoidable, throughout your YouTube career. But one of the things that I think I did throughout Modern Warfare 3 was I antagonized people who were trying to get under my skin, and I continued with the process by making videos about them, acknowledging their existence. And since they couldn't get to me with words, what they did was take the back road, and they flagged and disliked all my videos. And in the long run, they won, honestly, since they successfully took down my video views, which acquired, thousands of views. They won, and they hurt my channel in ways that I personally could not hurt them in return. So best thing you can do is when you have someone on your videos commenting and leaving dislikes and all that stuff, as soon as they show themselves, block them. Don't go back and forth. Keys did a very good thing with me, where when I was going back and forth with some guy disliking my videos and leaving shitty comments, I was in the comment section like a big ass kid going back and forth with him. When Keys left a comment and said, you're not acting any more mature than this person is, block him and go about your business and keep posting videos. Well, as soon as I did that, he went away and the dislikes went away also. So when you acquire an enemy, you don't have to go back and forth with that enemy. You can acquire an enemy and just as easily lose an enemy, because you have the opportunity to block this person and not feed them, because what they're going to do is they're going to continue to get worse and worse and worse as time goes, because you can't hurt them the same way they can hurt you. They can dislike and flag your videos and never have to show their face. You, on the other hand, have to give your opinion and continue to post, and you have to continue to please the other subscribers that are there to watch your content. So keep that in mind. Another thing in terms of not creating enemies and maintaining a good standing is you have to look at yourself at your current position and realize that you don't have the same leeway as your favorite YouTuber. For example, we'll use Woody's gamer tag. He made a very popular video that a lot of people disagreed with, and he's got more leeway leeway than you have, because Woody's gamertag has a backing, a following that are going to follow him to the end of fucking days. Now, when I say that, that's not to say what he did is good or bad. That's just to say that you can't take the same route that he did. If you guys aren't familiar, he made a video about teaching kids how to give blowjobs. I've never watched the video, so I'm not familiar with the technicalities or what happened in the video. But what I'm trying to say is, what he did may or may not have been wrong, but his subscribers did not feel it was wrong. So he's technically not in the wrong. But if you at 500 subscribers were to make that same exact video verbatim, you would be labeled as a fucking pedophile and you'd be bashed and run off YouTube. So what does that mean? You don't have the same exact leeway as your favorite YouTuber has, because they've put in the grind and the work to establish a following, and as we all know, that following is not going to deter from that favorite YouTuber whatsoever. Lastly, we're going to touch on affiliation, and basically what I mean by affiliation are your friends, your clan members, anyone you play with. You have to keep in mind that those people that you have in your party, the people that are randomly talking to people or may talk shit to other people, also affect your professionalism and your channel. Personally, I've had issues with some clan members, and I've talked to them and I've addressed it with them, so it's not a big secret that sometimes when they're addressing these other clan members, these clan members aren't going to say anything about them. All they do is show up to my channel and dislike and flag my videos. So pick and choose your battles wisely, pick and choose your words wisely. Someone who's ex-military, maintain a professionalism about you to where even if you disagree with someone, you're backing that disagreement up with facts, not just hearsay or calling names, because that's going to come back and bite you in the ass. And always remember that you have a lot more to lose than the person who literally has no videos and no subscribers and has nothing but fucking time on their hands. So keep that in mind. I hope this helped you guys. Catch you guys next time. I am Money out.